Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for joining me again. It's very obvious what the title is that we're doing today. We are doing Stellar Blade. So I just want to give you guys my impressions of the game and tell you how I'm feeling about it, why I'm excited about it. I've been excited for this game for years and the demo just affirmed it. So first things first, what is Stellar Blade? Stellar Blade is a first party title from Sony developed by Korean studio Shift Up. And they previously have made mobile games. The last game they made is a third-person shooter for mobile. And this game was originally being developed on Unreal Engine 4 under the name Project Eve for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, revealed in 2019. It is obviously not coming on the PS4, Xbox One. It's now a PS5 exclusive. And basically the story goes that Sony liked what they were seeing about this game and pretty much bought the rights to it and put more money into it so it would be a stellar standalone title. Took me not very long to go ahead and make that pun, but Stellar Blade seems to be the child of Nier Automata, Alita Battle Angel, even a little bit of Cyberpunk 2077, and I'll get into why I'm bringing that game up. I'm excited for Stellar Blade for a litany of reasons, but just going back to that trailer from 2021 when they revealed it as a PS5 exclusive, the imagery of it all was what drew me in. I think that is really interesting. I like the idea of marrying religious imagery with cybernetics and technology and science fiction, marrying those things together for a story I think is amazing. So let's talk about the demo. It's very interesting because it opens with these pods being dropped down onto Earth. And if we go back to that very first trailer from 2019, you can hear Eve, her Korean voiceover, and it sounds like she's insinuating that Earth lost, humanity lost a war to the Natiba and had to vacate it. And for the last 70 years have not been planetside, basically. And now it's time. Now they're ready to take it back. And so I assume that what we see in the opening moments of this demo is that first assault. And it's really exciting. It's gorgeous. It's sleek. The sound design is top notch. The graphical presentation is 10 out of 10. They are definitely using the PlayStation 5 to its full potential. And I'm very excited for the PC port. Hopefully I'll have my own PC by the time they port this over. But it is gorgeous. I mean, you've got a lot of particle effects, a lot of lighting effects, depth of field. Feels amazing because Eve is, being a cybernetic being, she's very light on her feet, but the weight of the attacks that you're deflecting and dodging can be felt through the PlayStation 5's DualSense controller. The haptic feedback is great, it's not overdone, but you can feel the weight of the attacks of the enemy. If you've played any Souls-like, if you've played any action RPG, even something more hack and slashy like Devil May Cry 5 or something like that, you will feel right at home here. The beach attack is its vehicle to show you how these battles are going to go and the pace at which you'll be fighting things. The first boss, she mistakes it for an alpha Natiba, but it's not. They actually show that a little bit later. And you can defeat this boss. It's reminiscent of the first boss in Demon Souls. I did not defeat it the first time I played it, but the second time I played the demo, I did defeat it, no problem, because I knew how to parry and all that kind of stuff. I knew the timing. Now, eventually, Eve is overpowered. Her squad is overrun, pretty much destroyed. She is the only one left. And that goes back to the original theme presented in the very first trailer from 2019. Eve is the survivor, and her squad leader, Taki, is brutally murdered by an actual Alpha Natiba, and she is saved and rescued by Adam.
조용하구나.
그래도 긴장은 풀지 않는 게 좋아. 알파 네이티브가 있는 곳이니까. 준비해. 난 이제부터 드론으로 서포트할게.
여기가 에이도스 세븐?
맞아. 인류가 마지막까지 대항했던 최후의 전장. 그리고 거상의 도시라고도 불렸던 곳이지.
뭔가가 떨어져. 낯선 감각. 이게 지구의 비?
감상은 천천히 하자고. 우리에겐 할 일이 있으니까. 며칠 사이 지형 데이터가 보내.
Adam is a companion, he is a helper. And I think there's something interesting going on here, going back to the biblical imagery of the Natiba, the center character being named Eve, and then what she's fighting against. Is this what humanity deserved? Was this written of Eve and you know, some of the cybernetic beings like her that were clearly made and designed to work on behalf of humanity? Have they ever even interacted with humanity in that mother sphere? So there's some very interesting things happening. So as we continue further into the demo, you know, like I said, Adam is at our side speaking through a drone, and we're in a city, Edo 7. And we're kind of on a reconnaissance mission of sorts. And I'm speaking from memory, but that's how it feels. But yeah, as we continue further, you know, we get to really get acquainted with the Natiba and the different types of enemies and how we'll encounter them. This seems to be more, I'm not going to say exploration heavy, but kind of like in the Souls way of maneuvering through a level where it's not a Suicide Squad or where there's just a lot of pockets of combat, or Final Fantasy 16 where you're maneuvering through an open world and it's like, you know, all the combat is like out here in the open land, and you can just you're gonna encounter it no matter what. Whereas this, like, the levels are open but linear, and that might be my favorite type of level because it allows you to do things with buildings and alleyways and roads and stuff like that. And you know, there's a clear direction. There are like yellow ledges and all that sort of thing, but there are places you can go to find things to pick up. I love chests. Give me chests. Let me open chests. Let me feel the sensation of opening the chest, and give me gold and materials or whatever. Again, this is an action RPG that's more Souls-like than it is hack and slash. So you have these different camps set up throughout that level that you can rest at to replenish your stim packs, to replenish your HP and your stamina, to purchase additional consumables, to upgrade your skills with XP that you've acquired throughout the world, you know, thus far to getting to the camp. So it's just a really cozy game. Even while I'm talking to you now, I can hear the music in my head, and the music is one of the best parts about it.
왜 그래?
아무것도 아니야.
이제부터 정신 똑바로 차려야 될 거야, 이봐.
Monaca, Monaca, made up of Oliver Good and Kita Ino. Hope I know I'm mispronouncing that. I do apologize. They are the producers of the music for this game. And the music is the first thing you notice. I noticed it from the home screen of the PlayStation. Just that piano. And then like every scene, the music is just really dynamic. So again, going back to the pods descending down from heaven, you fighting those first Natiba on the beach, and then the boss, and then just moving through the city level having its own soundtrack. It's just a gorgeous package presentation for you to get lost in. And I'm excited. This feels like it's going to be a 60 to 80 hour type of adventure. Also, really quick, I do like the idea of games setting themselves up for New Game Plus. You got the outfits, you got the abilities. I mean, it's got 3 different skill trees. So am I going to be able to max out all 3 skill trees in one playthrough? Me personally, I don't do that with games that are easy like Spider-Man. So I don't see myself doing that. The other thing is, like Final Fantasy 16, it has the 2 difficulty selections. So you have the story focus and action focus. And it's not difficult. Anytime that I died in the game is because I didn't time my parry right or my dodge right, or I wasn't as offensive as I should have been. It's a fair game, and I know it's really gonna open up like once you complete it and can do New Game Plus, or if they add any sort of like arena modes or training and stuff like that. You can do training for every time you acquire a skill, and it's just a, you know, augmented reality for your character. You're just in a room and, you know, you repetition until you figure it out. And I love a game that leans into the idea of muscle memory. I think that's why the Souls games are so popular, because they have a feeling that if your body agrees with them, it can be very satisfying to do great things, i.e. take down a boss or a mini boss or certain enemies. And this game this is a muscle memory type of game, because the longer I was playing, the better I got. Like the first time I had to deal with this, not even a mini boss, but this new enemy type, you know, it was a little tough. But by the second time I interacted with it, when they gave me 2, you know what I'm saying, it was no problem. And then by the time I get to the boss at the very end of the demo, I'm able to maneuver around that arena, that small battle arena, with ease, with grace. By the time you get to the boss challenge at the very end of the demo, you are acclimated to the rhythm, you are acclimated to how to use abilities, how to know when you have charged enough energy to use those abilities. It's just great. It just does a lot. It's just the dopamine release that I get from like just a good combat system in the game, man, it makes me really happy. I'm so excited to play this, and my coverage for this game is probably not going to continue until well into May, because it's a very busy week next week. So I will be working on videos from games that I've already recorded recently. So some older stuff, but I'll get back into the new releases in May. But Stellar Blade, I think, is going to be one of those for me. Dragon's Dogma 2 is still a heavy Game of the Year contender. But as of right now, I mean, the game that I'm most excited to play, that I've been excited to play since it got a release date, since it got a console, is Stellar Blade. And I'm just really happy that with everything going on in the world, you know, that I as a citizen am privileged enough to be able to purchase and experience this title. I'm very grateful for, you know, the developers at Shift Up for what they've crafted, because it seems like they have a story that they want to tell. I think just action game fans in general, this is the best, just the best era of action games since like the PlayStation 2 era, in my opinion. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have played Stellar Blade. I will be playing this day one. I will be getting it on disc. I'm not going to get that digital deluxe edition. I thought about it, and I think it is great that they have those like boosts in there, like the extra currency and skill points that you can use at the beginning. But because of how the demo went, I think I'll be fine. By hour like 2 or 3, I'll be great. Because as good as I am at Final Fantasy 16 now, I didn't see that coming when I first started to play the game. So I'm going to give it a chance. And, you know, the disc is already $75, so I gotta be for real with myself. But yeah, let me know what you guys are playing. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, please, please like and subscribe. Share this video if you'd like to, but definitely like and subscribe. Turn on my post notifications. I say this every video because as much as I would like to be on a post schedule, I am not that efficient yet in life, but I will become more disciplined, I promise. And yeah, I'm just excited for this summer on PlayStation 5 and just Xbox and gaming in general. There's some great titles on the way, and I can't wait to share my thoughts about them with you all. So, y'all be blessed.
멋진 마무리였어.